Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up guys? Eroy94 back again here with another action figure review. Today we are looking at the DC Mezco Toys 112 Collective Darkseid figure. This is a regular release, but it does come in this very nice fancy tin metal packaging, which the PX exclusives normally come in. But since this guy is such a big, heavy figure, they went ahead and gave us a more sturdy, durable box, which is cool. So the front shows this logo that reminds me of the God of War logo, the Sparta logo, and everything else is blue. And on the back side we get our normal pictures of the figure and its accessories. I don't normally show the inside, but I just want to show how much they put into this. It's packaged very differently. We got some foam in here. Well, not foam, but whatever you describe this material, and then you have the figure covered up with more of that material, and it's packaged this way. There's no plastic inserts like your normal figure does, so pretty cool. It's what I expected for such an expensive figure, so good on them to do it like this. Alright, and before we begin, I did pick this up at onestoptoyshop.com. Make sure you check them out. I'll link them down in the description below. So this comes in as Mezco's most expensive regular release to date. There hasn't been one single regular release to this price point of $180, almost $200. Quite insane. Very, very expensive. I may even say it's overpriced. But we'll get into that once we get through the entire figure itself. From my understanding, this figure is made of polystone. And I assume that is the gray parts of the figure, because I know for sure the plastic is actually plastic here, the blue parts. But this does feel differently. It has a little bit of a cold feel to the touch. So I assume this is the polystone. But this is very heavy. It is. You'll feel the weight for sure. Not only when you hold the box, but when you hold the figure itself. It's got some serious weight to it. And he's pretty well decently articulated. He could have been articulated a little bit more because he does have single jointed elbows, but I was actually expecting this guy to be a little bit more difficult to articulate, but for the most part, from what I've seen, I can move the joints pretty easy. It's just the lack of points of articulation that it's missing, but the movement and the actual quality of it is actually pretty good. Now he does come with several accessories, so let's check that out. Alright, so this is our head that was on the figure just now. Just a normal face. No expression here. Then we get a more smirk. So there's a look at the smirk face on the head. Then we do get a cracked face here with the teeth exposed. So this one looks really good. And the eyes do light up. So in each face plate you can have the option of having the eyes lit up, because the light source comes from the head here. So the face just has the visor or the red transparent plastic, making it see-through or making the light go through it there. Then we do have this really nice effect piece on the face. Another series face. Here we have the mother box. Very nice detail. Looks good. We do get some hands, so the figure comes with a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, and then one, which is the left hand of a gripping hand here. And then lastly, of course, we get our base and stand that comes with all of our Mezcos, and then we get two batteries here for the figure. So his head is a little bit on the loose side, at least for me. Very easy to move around, a little too loose for my liking. But it's, I've seen worse, so I guess it could be worse. But he does look up a lot, which is nice, and then he looks down a lot, which is also nice. And you can tilt the head. I mean, it moves around good. It's just a little too loose, at least for my liking. The neck is also articulated here, so that helps it move around too. You can see it's a ball joint. The arms are going to go forward, and actually can go 360 degrees there, and then in and out pretty far, so we get good range there. We just don't get any bicep swivels, which sucks a little. The elbows are single jointed elbows, which bend about this far, so they don't quite reach 90 degrees. So you see there, that goes for both, and it does swivel at the elbow. Going down to the wrist, we get a hinge and a swivel at the wrist. the diaphragm joint. You can see here also the fabric of the figure. So they implemented it here onto the torso piece. And you can crunch it forward and back. I can't really tell. Yeah, I think there is a diaphragm joint in there. I'm trying to feel it out. Yeah, it definitely does swivel in the midsection there. So that moves left to right, and you can bend it back, and you can crunch it forward. This belt is a loose piece. The legs will go forward pretty good. I do like the range on the legs here. And then back, in and out, we get good range too. We do get thigh swivels. And then we get a single jointed knee, but it does bend quite a lot here, so not too bad. So you can get the bend. Still not a 90-degree angle, but it's better than nothing. We do get a boot cut, so it does swivel at the boot, very tight though, but you can get some movement there. And then the ankles will hinge forward and back. We get a small pivot and a swivel to the left and the right. So where this guy really shines is the absolutely beautiful paint job and sculpt of it. Looks great, looks fantastic. The fabric is implemented very nice too, but for the most part, I mean, the sculpt is good. I mean, look at the arms. And then when you get down to the armor piece of his boots, that looks very good too. I like the paint job there, and the sculpt there looks good. Now, guys, the arms behind his back, a lot of people always wonder if you can get the arms behind the back, and you can pull it off, but it depends on the angle of the photo, because once you look at the back, his arms are barely getting back there. I mean, the hands don't touch, they don't cross. That's as far as you can bend those elbows. You know, a little bit more of a bend would have been easier, but from the front, I guess it's not too bad. Even then, sometimes it looks a little off, but you can pull it off a little bit. Alright, so he measures about 8 to 9 inches tall, just a little bit over 8 inches, but he's in between there. Next to the NECA Kratos figure, there he is. Hopefully NECA Kratos doesn't lean against him. There you go. He's still leaning back. But you can see their heights are pretty close. Here is a NECA Leonardo from the TMNT SDCC set. Here we have next to the Marvel Select Beast. Get some Mezcos in here. Here is the X-Men Deadpool. The Mezco 112 Batman Beyond. So you see Darkseid is standing very tall next to them. There he is next to the Marvel Legends Thing. There he is next to the Marvel Legends Walmart exclusive Thanos. And there he is next to the Mezco 112 Collective Homemade Spidey Suit Spider-Man. I bet you guys are wondering where the heck is his cape, and there it is. I actually forgot to mention this in the accessories section of the video, but here it is. How could I forget the very nice cape here? It looks really good on him too. I like it with it on. It's very heavy. It's made of metal too. So this piece is very heavy, and then the actual fabric is very thick. So the quality is there. It's going to hold up, and it looks good on him. So it just lays over. Nothing really hooks on. There's no magnet. It just lays over his shoulders, and it'll stay there. And of course, I haven't forgotten about the light up feature. There it is. This is the smirking face, and it looks very good. They did make it look very nice. There is the more serious normal face. The cracked face with the teeth showing, that looks great. Gotta say, that one looks good. And then lastly, the one with the effect piece on there. You see, it doesn't light up the entire effect completely, of course, but you can see it at the base. And of course, it wouldn't be my luck if I didn't get one that was scuffed up. So here we have a nice little scuff on the neck piece right out of the package. I don't know how that happens, because that thing is protected with that foam material like crazy, so that's weird. But it's there. Alright, and I thank you guys for joining me on my video review of the Mezco Toys 112 Collective Darkseid figure. Overall, it's a nice looking figure, sculpt wise, paint wise, looking great. It is still overpriced despite all that. The lack of articulation, and maybe could have thrown in a few more accessories, even though he does come with some pretty good ones. Just a little bit more would justify the $180, the whopping $180. But It is a great looking figure. Some people might think it's worth it, and I do recommend it for those. But for the casual collector, when you don't really spend that type of money all the time on toys, this is going to be a pretty easy pass for you. But the hardcore collectors are really going to love this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, have a great day. Bye.